let's get into it. They say we need to get back to making content. Pull on up. Let's go. There's a lot of people in this community that I choose not to deal with. But I won't alienate myself from the community. You know, you're still gonna get this good content, man. You're still gonna get that. Anyway, man. Here we go, man. Here we go. This is GHK Talk Shit Tuesday. They went in there. I guess Ween Mune pulled up. And we'll get on that. We'll probably clip this and get on that. Let me address this. Going Hard Kennels. Respectfully, you know, you guys been able to do your thing. You know, I don't want to take anything away from your following or what you guys have been able to accomplish. You know, a lot of us have accomplished things that, you know, just everybody, we don't know what everybody has done. We don't know what roads everybody has traveled, you know. We got to be mindful of that. But let me get into it. I guess Ween Moon called in. And like I said, we'll address some of that. I don't know if I'm going to clip it up or skip to it, or, you know, we can address some of that. But GHK, you know, when people put out falsehood, it has to be addressed right away. You know, I mean, I know when we talk about the Earl Tudors and, you know, these little rumors and stuff with these old guys that's 100 years old and guys that left this earth and, you know, everything that happened before Patrick and, you know, saying that, you know, we can all speculate about shit, but while motherfuckers live and well and breathing, you know, it's good to kind of, you know, make sure that the information gets out there the right way, man. So we just here to get yay. We just reacting, bro. Let's go.
Oh, did I lose him?
Wait, say it again.
Oh, okay. The person that we talked about is they the ones that can give us a story about Mike, you know, because, you know.
See, then all this, like, I understand. I think Ween Mune alluded to a little bit before about people's privacy and, you know, all of this shit, bro. If you talking about me, you got my dogs on the screen. It's no need to beat around the bush, dog. Like, you know, everybody knows who Buck City is. Everybody knows who Michael Myers is at this point. So it ain't no need to not want to say a motherfucker's name when you really want to be implying about a motherfucker, bro. You know, that's my thing. And I don't have a problem with it. It's just like, bro, don't just say the name. That's my thing. Just say the fucking name, dog. Don't have everybody in dispense, like, or guessing and choosing, you know, when they automatically gonna think it's got something to do with Buck City, dog. I mean, we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. I ain't telling grown ass men what to do or whatever, but the subliminals, you know, we don't. Nobody needs that.
We hear a lot of people asking, you know, Buck about him, and, you know, he really didn't know much about the dog. You know,
Let's go back.
And, you know, he really didn't. We hear a lot of people asking, you know, Buck about him, and, you know, he really didn't know much about the dog.
So when did we? Because I don't know what twin you are. You just said you hear people ask Buck about the dog, Michael Myers. But Buck didn't really know about the dog. Like, How don't I know about the dog? I know everything about that dog, bro. Like, don't put that out there, dog. That's false information. Okay? It's stupid. I'm not trying to turn this into the crooks and castles, dog. I'm not. But it's dumb. Why would you just assume that Buck doesn't know about this dog? Why? Why, bro? You know, you could clear that up if you want. I know everything about Michael Myers, bro. I had him the majority of his breeding career, bro. You know, the dog wasn't bred till he was 5 years old. 4.5, 5 years old. Okay? There's a lot of false shit in this video. I'm going to be addressing this shit. Don't get up on your podcast and say that Buck doesn't know about the dog, bro. That's irresponsible. It is. Take it how you want it.
You know, he might have had it, but he didn't know much. Now, from my understanding, a lot of people think Michael Myers was a three-time winner. But is he a three-time winner?
In my world, he's actually a 4-time winner
There you
because
go.
I think forfeits are a loss. I don't care what nobody say. If you get four,
And then this is what I be talking about. Like, God forbid, Michael Myers, motherfuckers don't know. His birthday just passed on the 4th of October. He would have been 15. And this is what we're talking about. Dogs that their name lives on, 15, 20 years after they was born, 30 years. This might be one of those strains that people will still be talking about them years and years and years after the dog has left the earth, bro. That puts a little bit of respect on them, though. It does. You know. So don't assume that people don't know about the dog and this and that, and like that's false, bro. It's false.
forfeit, that's a loss to me,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
If somebody sent you the money, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how people do forfeits, but if my dog show up, weigh in, and everything else, well, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if the other person don't show up?
Oh yeah.
Historically speaking, it wouldn't count as a win. It'll just be your collective forfeit, whatever. Historically, if you want to go read the Cajun rules or you want to go, check out some of the old literature about these dogs. Um, nah, I don't really like how that was put out there about Buck City that didn't know about the dog. Like let's if it's a bunch of shit that we need to debunk and there's some information that needs to be cleared up, let's clear that up. Let's clear that up. I know exactly who the dog is. He had him but didn't blah blah blah. Mike was never in a better place than with me. Never. He never produced better shit than went with me. He never been put in that positive light than with me. There ain't no better picture of him than this one on the screen than when he was with me. Okay? I told you I'm gonna get back to the content. We're gonna graze through and see what's going on, but you know, that's important. You know? Then there was some other things on here said. I guess I can clip this if I want, or I can just keep it one long video. So let's let me back up. Back up a little bit.
Coming from the heart. If you owe somebody something, for one, be honest.
Okay.
This dog is a lot of people that's, and I know that they here for you guys. They've been here for you guys.
Go back, cause we ain't moon. You know, you got on here, bro. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, we ain't never had no issues. You know, we want to put some context on it. How you even got into the mic fold at all, right? That's because some people don't know, and there's no need for us to be on here. Like if you're gonna speak on the shit, you know, we might as well be transparent about the shit. You know, your family. You know, some people say they cousins. Some people, you know, your peoples, right? Acquired Michael Myers, I think about 2015 or something like that. 2015. Mike could have been about 6 years old, something like that. Had some litters on the ground. You know, the offspring was coming of age within like a year, and like, you know what I'm saying, year and a half and shit. You know, he was able to sprinkle some litters where he was at, right? Your family or whatever, I won't even put the name on here yet. Not just yet, right? Because he's not in the dog community like that. Let me get this screenshot too, because this shit be stupid, dog. This shit is dumb. Okay, so he acquired the dog. Did a couple breedings. Did five breedings to be exact. I can name you all the breedings, and I got something off of every one of those breedings. Just so we could put context on it. You like, oh, but you didn't know this. Well, actually, I did, because I had shit off of all those. We talking about Mallory. I had something off that bitch. Right? I believe that bitch was acquired with Michael Myers. So it wasn't like it was something special or something, you know, like this litter's been repeated, or you know what I'm saying. It's not, you know, it's not really like that. I had a bitch named Young and May off that litter. She was nice. I ended up breeding her back to Mike, and then, you know, some of her offspring being able to grow up and do other things, right? So, you know, I'm trying to gather everything up so I won't have to do more than one video. You get Michael Myers, well, your family get Michael Myers. That's how you came into the fold. Like let's not sugarcoat this shit for YouTube or anything. You know, that's just this is your if you had to say, you know, how did you come in contact with Michael Myers? How did you do this? You know, do this because I heard you say in this video, and we all men, we had to stand on this shit, right? I heard you say that you and Mr. Kant and you know what I'm saying, all of this shit discussed all of this stuff and whatever before Michael Myers was born. That's a lie. That was a lie, bro. Your cousin didn't know shit about Mike a year before he got him. He didn't. He was green in the game. He wasn't even in these dogs for 1 year before he purchased Michael Myers. And there's no, that's no shot because I think I even told him. I said, man, a motherfucker that just got in the game, you're in your first year and you buy a high profile dog like that. You know, I thought that took a lot of balls. A high, I say to say high caliber dog because I made the dog famous. And I'm not trying to take no credit or nothing. You know, it is what it is. Everybody knows that. Everybody would know, rather if it's negative press or whatever it is. Buck City had that dog. He makes it look good. I saw somebody in the chat saying, I'm telling you, man, it looks better with that Buck City in the pedigree." It does, bro. So, bro, your family. He when Michael Myers was born, your family. I don't know about you, but your family wasn't even in the dog game at all when Michael Myers was born. That's 2009, right? As a matter of fact, this is a fact. I had Michael Myers in my possession. He was my dog before any of your family's puppies that those 5 litters that I'm talking about, before any of those puppies off of Mike were even 10 months old. With meaning that your family, right? She's your family. They sold Mike. God, this was almost worse than the Seahawks throwing an interception in the Super Bowl. They sold Mike before the offspring were even 10 months old. As a matter of fact, that Mallory breeding that you're talking about, we talking about this is the Mallory. This is how I came into the fold. This is the Mallory. Okay. When he dropped Michael Myers off, he brought Young and May. Young and May was off of Michael Myers and Mallory. I got pictures of this bitch. That bitch was 3 months old. 3 months old. Okay? So right here, we can't just go up and just say who did what and who did anything, dog. Who's got what, who. Bro. You know, let's get into why your Cuddy sold the dog. Let's get into that because there's a lot of rumors about Michael Myers that I feel need to be cleared up. You know, it's a lot of rumors. It's a lot of people talking, right? A lot of people don't know what they're talking about, man. When your family got the dog, okay? Hit that like button. When your family got Michael Myers, because I was gonna breed to him. I was gonna breed Yellow Page to him. I ended up buying him and ended up breeding him to Yellow Page twice. But I wanted to breed Yellow Page to that motherfucker. And when the time came, he had been sold that weekend. He had been sold. So I know the whole timeline, right? Like, damn, who got him? Fuck. Now you got to deal with this. Who's got him? Fuck. The bitch was in heat. I took it to not a litter mate to Mike, but it was a half brother to Mike. So I said, okay, well, let me go this route. I'm gonna make me a group of Mayday buck dogs. The bitch was heavy on the buck side, heavy Mayday buck. You know, Michael Myers Mayday Dragon Lady with the buck. You know, I said, okay, that should be a good breeding with Michael Myers' brother. So I think they got a litter, or maybe there was a couple puppies off of a litter that they had. They were trying to sell some puppies off of the dog. They were trying to sell straws off the dog. 500 for a straw, and you know what I'm saying? 500, you know, like crazy shit on Facebook. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, this is crazy, but you know, it's a good deal. So I was like, okay, well, cool. He sold the dog, but I could probably still breed to this dog because of the way that I saw fam moving. You know, we don't know a lot of this shit, so I'm not throwing him under the bus, but we all in the community together, and it ain't no use in us sugarcoating shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with the sugarcoating. You know, I'm not sugarcoating a motherfucking thing. If any relationship I got, if it's good, it's that shit's real, dog. So so um so I'm seeing this, and he's trying to do something, you know, with the dog. And then there's this one guy on Facebook. I won't say his name because he's not over here, right? If he was over here, I would just say his name. But he's not over here. And you guys could go check the receipts and shit. Go look at all the offspring. Go look at everything. Go check the receipts. Um, Fam, we're just gonna call him Fam. He wanted to. He thought it would be a good idea because, of course, he was trying to sell some puppies. To let like one of the most hated guys on Facebook. A lot of you guys know who this guy is. He's the most hated guy on Facebook, bro. Everybody hates on him, hates on his dogs, hates, you know, they talk about his dog, they talk about his shit bad. Every single day, every day, every day, every day. So you know controversy sells. So Fam thought it would be a good idea to basically lie and say that this guy owned the dog, right? Boy, it didn't take 24 hours. Motherfucker started attacking Mike, attacking him. He's this, he's not this, he's this, he's this, and the validity, and is he fake, this, fake champion. All of this shit started coming out because somebody thought it would be a good idea to lie and say that this dog was owned by somebody else. Right after you bought him, 2 months. It didn't take 2 months after you had him that you lied and said there was somebody else's dog because the credentials that you had were little to none. You hadn't even been in the game barely a year, right? You hadn't been around these dogs, bro. And you can't show me no dogs you had that you've been around. You ain't been around them dogs. I know this, right? So you already behind the 8 ball. People throwing shots at Mike. I'm my whole time I'm in the back fade. I got 2 on my yard. I was splendid with. They was nice. I knew 2 or 3 other camps that 2 that I really fuck with. That's like these dogs are the real deal. It was enough confirmation for me, plus the 2 that I had on my yard, looking at the pedigree, looking at what I got off of Mike's brother, looking at, what I'm saying? I'm looking at shit from a different lens, right? So I didn't that little talk on Facebook and shit, I know how that goes. Where'd you hear this from? Where'd you hear that from? Oh, a guy on Facebook. Once somebody says that they got the information off Facebook, I automatically throw the shit in the trash. It's like, okay, there's no validity there. Okay. So they tearing Mike a new asshole. Finally, they get the dog out of the old boy. The jig's up. Okay, this guy doesn't have the dog. He never even possessed the dog. The guy that everybody was clowning on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But you got 5 or 6, 10 trolls. They're trolling you. He's this. He's this. Who did he beat? Who did he? All of this. All of this. I got receipts too. I got one thing about me. I got receipts for everything, bro. I got receipts for everything. You see me doing my thing. Well, not you, Wing, but fam. Fam saw me doing my thing. Cause I told you pieces of this story, but Wing, I don't think I really chopped it up with you like that. So this is for the record, and can't nobody debunk none of this shit that I say. I'll get on live. We could go back and forth. We could talk about this shit. I could say every talking point that I'm saying right now. I'll bring that shit back up, bro. There's nothing that you can do to fucking debunk what I'm saying, dog. This right here, yeah, it might be a fucked up, corny ass story, but it's true. One thing I will say, this story's true, bro. That's what matters. Okay, so he tried to slip up under me. He see me doing my thing. I got some of the best bitches in the town. Best bitches, best bitches that people looking at like, damn, you got a lot of good bitches. You got a lot of good bitches. Because at the time, I wasn't really breeding to none of my studs that I had. I would just go off the yard and kind of do some bringing pieces in. I was in the building. I was building at that time. We all go through building stages, right? You might want to decide that you want to build next week after you done had a yard for 20 years. There might be some pieces that you want, so you start building, right? I had all the bitches. You had Michael Myers. I was interested in him because I wanted to breed to him, right? You couldn't take the pressure. People kept getting at you. They kept talking about the dog, talking shit about the dog every day. You couldn't go nowhere. Nobody, they will follow you. The trolls, me, I handle trolls well. People talk shit. I handle trolls real well. So it was nothing to me. That I love it. Talk shit about them. That's good. I want you to keep talking. Because the more you talking, the more famous this dog is, right? So we inked it in because you can do the chilled semen in the box and all of this shit, the extender, put the ice pack and shit, put it in the styrofoam joint, box it up, um, ship it overnight, right? We were gonna do that. I did a little bitch named Tiny Girl. We stuck her to some Michael Myers semen, right? I had Tiny Girl sent the box. Me and my partner Mike, South Carolina, he was there. He held the bitch up. I inseminated the bitch. He helped me out with the breeding. That one didn't take, right? We were gonna do 5 more, and then I was gonna break down some pups and shit, 2-3 pups a litter, whatever, some crazy shit like that. And then I started thinking about the numbers because at that time I was paying like 1,500, 2,000. For the 2 that I had, I paid 15 for one. I paid like 2,000, 2,500 for another puppy, off of Mike, you know. And so if we doing 5 litters, that's 2-3 pups a litter. That shit that could be like 10 to 15 pups, and I wasn't losing no pups. I was the guy for the job. My dogs looked the best. Everything, everything was up to snuff. We wasn't hurting for no money, nothing. So a motherfucker would love to partner up with me because that's almost like guaranteed. Like you gonna fucking get your shit. You gonna get them dogs. They gonna be that shit gonna be right. Okay. So me being the mathematician I am, I looked at the numbers again. I was like, well, fuck. If I'm gonna get this nigga 2 puppies off of every litter, let's just say that. Let's say 10 puppies. That's like 15K. On the low end, that's 20,000, 15, 20. So I'm like, well, let me see if I could buy them. So I told my partner, because I'm not gonna front. Fam was green, bro. Fam was green. Green. Like the shit he would ask me, shit, this, that, what is this, that, this. The shit he would ask me was so fucking green. Like, it was ridiculous. So I hit my partner up. This is one of my partners that, I grew up with. We got in these dogs together. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to do these breedings with Mike. We're going to breed 5 of these bitches to Mike and, all of this shit. We're going to try the semen at first, but eventually I might have to ship the bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try this semen shit. We already tried one. You know what I'm saying? And, we're going to see what's up. Okay? So that's what it was. That's what it was. And then I told my partner, after talking to him more, I was like, bro, this guy's kind of green. I said, man, this guy's kind of green, dog. I said, I'm about to buy Michael Myers. My boy Mike from South Carolina, he was there. He was staying in the mini mansion at the time. Ask him, Michael Myers pulled up to the mini mansion, the trap mansion. You feel me? You could go look on Zillow. That motherfucker probably 1.5 million now. We can go. I'll go look it up on Zillow, right? Now it might be it might be a million. It might be a ticket. It ain't 0.5. It's probably a ticket. It was about 800 back then. This was years ago though. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna get this. I said, man, this nigga's green, dog. I'm gonna get this dog, bro. I'm gonna get this motherfucking dog. I knew I knew that my game, my flavor, I got money. You know, like I'm gonna make this shit work. I'm gonna do what I gotta do and get the fucking dog. You know, because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care about the rumors. I didn't care about all that because I knew what I had. I knew what I had on my yard. So negotiations took like a month. He dropping litters. Some of them litters he want to get one more stick in and shit before he send them, and all of this shit. And so I'm like, all right, cool, that's cool. He trying to get his little breedings in. You know what I'm saying? Because he about to give up this dog. And I told him, I was like, bro, we could partner up. I give you half of this cash, and you just come drop them off, and we partner up. I keep them for like a year or 6 months or something. I send them to you. You keep them for, what I'm saying? I send them back. Even though I was going to get all mine out the first 6 months, I was going to make sure that I covered my ass within the first 6 months just in case, anything happened. He died or whatever. And like he was getting up there in age, 6, 7 years old, you know what I'm saying? And so that was that. It was like three prospects. I gave away one of the sons of Mike that I really liked, and another couple dogs. I think that to me you couldn't just buy them for what I'm saying, like dirt cheap. Like I probably want 2,500, 3,000 for them. Just if a motherfucker offered me, what I'm saying, if he wanted to buy him, like, you would have at least had to give me that for them dogs. And then a bunch of cash, So I told him, because he reneged out the deal at first. And I thought the deal fell through the floor. But then he was back on it and shit. And then, so now the terms was in my hands. So I was like, well, all right, fuck it. I'll buy him. If you but you got to get him out here on this particular day, and he was like, okay, I could do that, because my thing was I wasn't going to trust nobody when it came to the dog's reproductive health. I wasn't going to trust nobody. It's like the fucking dog, he's getting up there. So is it sperm count high? Do I gotta breed him 3-4 times just to get a half a litter? Do I gotta breed him? I want to know if the motility and the potency of the sperm was on point. So my thing is, I'm gonna cash you out when you get here, but I want you to be there with me. We take him to this vet and get him collected. That's what we did. We did that. I got 4 straws on ice, and we worked out some shit to where I hooked him up with some. I still, even though I bought him, I still looked out for him. I was like, all right, well, even though I'm buying him, because that kind of smoothed the deal. It was like, well, if you buy him, then I'm gonna be cut out of the 5 litters. I said, well, it ain't gonna be 5 litters. I shoot you a few pups, and we'll just call it good. So I shot him some pups, in which he opted out, sold them or whatever. People fall on hard times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. Nobody cares either. If I fall on hard times and lose shit and gotta sell shit, nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All we care about is the story. Okay, so everything's good with Mike. We got him. Everything is good. Okay, so Mike was sold for it was like a third party deal. What people really don't know, and I really won't get into it as far as the names of the players, because like I said, they're not on here. If they were on here, it wouldn't be no problem, right? But he got sold in a third party deal. So the original owner, and they weren't his dogs, but he did the breeding. They weren't his dogs, but he actually did the breeding. So you gotta give him a little bit of credit there. But he collected collected on the sale, but he was under the impression that he was supposed to get breeding rights to Michael Myers. Okay? It's like, in those words, he would have never sold him if he couldn't get breeding rights off the dog. You know, he loved him. He had a couple really, really good ones. Um, and and he showed his frustration like that. So he basically cut off communication with fam because he was not given his breeding rights. And then he gets at me, even though I already knew what the spilly was about the dog. He came out everything, text, verbal. I mean, it was more in verbal, over the phone, us talking, but there's a lot of text messages and shit that um, displayed a lot of information. Like, people saying, like, if Buck City knows about the dog, and all of this crazy shit, bro. And this is came out. I've told people this. I've showed, visually, like, here, your eyeballs show you receipts and shit, about the dog. But this is not nothing that, and I might, because like I said, it's getting old. We getting up there in age, and whenever this shit happened, we getting up there in time. So eventually, things can come out, or whatever. But all of the receipts I had, everything to flash to everybody. But me personally, that I just stuck to the original script that I was on, and that was painting these dogs in a positive light, not putting negative light on shit. The information was cool. It was good to have. Some people that actually matter saw it. And, what I'm saying, it was official. He couldn't defend the dog because he had old breeding rights on the dog, in which his ego wouldn't let him just let the man get his fucking semen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let the man get his shit, dog. And he would have fucked with you, bro. He would have fucked with you. He sent me a direct daughter of Stone Man. It was actually a half sister to Yellow Page, so this is a granddaughter of Barracuda. I got the receipts, everything. The old man loading them on the transporter, everything, just free of charge. Like, here, you can have this granddaughter of fucking Barracuda, breeder to Michael Myers, and just shoot me a puppy back, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So the gratitude, everything was there, and true dog man connected on that level with this dog. He reached out to me because he was actually proud of the type of accomplishments, and just the way I'm doing the dog. Like, like, I'm doing so good with the dog. Just so good with the dog. Good breedings, good looking pups, good everything. You got good dog man building their yards around him. A lot of good dog man, a lot of respected dog man building around this blood. And he was pleased and was happy to work with me. He wanted to work with me. I wanted to work with him. I'm, super professional about it. And that's pretty much with that part. But fam, the whole time, fam took because he couldn't get the answers to the shit, and then he saw me get the dog. And then once I get some litters coming on the ground, and everybody's really like loving this dog and shit, like really like gravitating to the dog, and he can't deny it. Famo came out hating like a motherfucker. We can't forget that part. Famo Famo saw Team Mike making a elevation and making a push, because after I bought Michael Myers, I started buying some of the older dogs that were off of him that other people had. I'm looking in other people's backyards, and he's got this bitch, he's got that, he's got this. Oh, 2-year-old over here, year and a half over there, 3-year-old over there. It started getting to that level where it's like, okay, well, we need these motherfuckers. They don't need to just be sitting in somebody's yard. They need to be at these confirmation shows, and people seeing them and get them, and put them on that stage, put them in the spotlight, so people can see how beautiful these dogs are and how good they are. So once Famo saw that, bro, the jealousy overwhelmed him. He can give his version of the story. The jealousy overwhelmed him to where he's getting on Facebook asking people for their money back because they sold him a dog that wasn't legit. Nigga, you don't even own the dog no more. What in your mind would make you that delusional that you would get on Facebook and talk shit about a dog that you sold to me, and then you see me doing good, building a brand behind him, just like I teach you guys. Find you a dog if he's the right genetics, if he's this, it doesn't matter how he's bred. Of course, you want him to be bred good, but it doesn't matter what bloodline. You breed them, try to get you some good dogs. You switch it up. You might add a little bit of this. You do this. You build your shit. You build your name, your brand, bro. I tell y'all this shit all the time, dog, about going to get the right dog. So he's mad, throwing dog men under the bus, doing all, crazy shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of like on some PBK shit, dog. It was. It was, dog. It was. And I don't have all those receipts. Maybe some dudes do, though. Maybe some dudes do got some of those receipts from way back. You don't even got the dog no more. You throwing him under the bus because you see motherfucker elevated with him, dog. So when I say, when people show their true colors, man, just believe them, dog. Believe them. That's who they really are. Cut them off, man. Don't fuck with them no more. Don't fuck with them no more. Because it's going to be some shit, dog. So you know me, I always got a good heart, man. We forgive and forget, man. So we going to fast forward. Because that was a dead issue. Team Mike, they tried to hate. They couldn't. We bubbled up. But when you sold the dog, nigga, you guys didn't have no older dogs off of Mike, bro. You didn't. You had one litter. That flame litter was the first litter. I had one of those. Giant Expectations was in that litter. I think there was one more male out of that litter. I got Giant Expectations. She was 9 or 10 months old. She wasn't quite 10 months. She was 9 months. So it ain't like y'all built no foundation with this shit, dog. Just to put context. I mean, I know you guys don't want to get left out of the circle when it comes to Team Mike and all of this shit, which Team Mike, unless you in the show ring and wall climbing and shit, Team Mike doesn't recognize you. Because that's what we're doing with the dogs. I don't know what this underground shit and, all this trenches and shit, niggas be talking about on YouTube and shit, dog. I don't know nothing about that. And this is not directed toward nobody. This is directed toward me and my disclaimer. I don't know anything about that. Team Mike is a weight pulling, wall climbing, confirmation team. Team of like-minded dog men that want to see the dogs in a positive light. We showcase our shit in magazines, all across the community. We got a podcast. That's Team Mike. What niggas is doing illegally with these dogs, and I'm not implying that anybody's doing anything illegal, but I'm just saying for my own disclaimer, that it has nothing to do with Team Mike. We are not affiliated with any illegal activities at all. At all. That Mallory dog, I had Michael Myers when the Mallory litter was 3 months old. I had one. Okay? Little chocolate bitch. Young M.A. I got pictures of her too. Okay? So we gotta make sure that we look at this shit for what it is, man. Fam been hating. I should have cut him off. Fast forward. I got 14 straws off of Mike already put up in the bank. Ain't got no plans on touching it or nothing. Just chilling in the bank. Your Cuddy had about 9 straws. I don't know what he got now. He had about 9 straws. So when you on here talking about people pay up and people need to do this and do that, I'm going to put some context on that. Because I was actually waiting after the GHK show because your cousin said that he was going to get on the show. And I wanted him to. I got the receipts. I said, nigga, don't make me laugh, nigga. Be my guest, nigga. Go on the show. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. That was my energy, dog. I didn't give a fuck. You're not exposing me. When you get into a business deal or something and motherfucker do some whole shit, bro, you got every right to terminate that friendship, dog. Some straws was sent down to one of my people. 5 breedings. We were supposed to try to squeeze it in before I got locked up. We couldn't get it in. We were supposed to get it in when I was locked up. Some personal issues and shit popped up. I got out. In the wintertime, fall, wintertime. Springtime, we supposed to get it popping. There was 2 attempts made. 2 unsuccessful attempts. Since then, we flew in bitches and everything. My fam, done got everything lined up to make sure everybody's on the right page. Not to mention those 2 breedings that were unsuccessful. That was another $7,500, $8,000 put into that. Progesterones, surgical inseminations, and all of this crazy shit, bro. 6,500, $7,000. I can't remember. It was up there, dog. Okay. I had to block Famo, dog. I'm done. I know he calling me. Hey man, what's up? What's up with the semen? What's up with the puppies and shit? This guy think we got puppies. No motherfucking puppies, dog. But that's when you fuck with opportunists. And that's all they looking at is trying to put in a little, like, oh, let me slip him some semen so he could do all the fucking work. If we remap all this shit and go back over the cost and, you know, all of this shit that we blew trying to make shit happen. I say we because, you know, the team, if they take a loss, shit, I feel like I take a loss too. I put them up to the shit and they took a loss. You know? I had to pause it. You know how it is when the young king come in. So I was locked up and cause we already made the deal, you know, we're gonna throw some semen up in this shit, which was a terrible fucking deal on our behalf. But, you know, you kind of forget about the problematic shit that people bring your way, the stress, the headache, you know, all the bickering and just oh my goodness, bro. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah, I got locked up and I mean, of course, motherfuckers knew I was locked up. You know, like, what do a motherfucker think? No, we didn't get the breedings done when I was locked up. Nothing went down. The way you reached out to just everybody instead of writing a nigga or waiting for me to get out. You know, I didn't get that much time. They gave me, I think I got 10 months. I think I did like 7.5 months or some shit. Off of 10. 7 months or something. You know? So then a motherfucker get out and it's not like, oh, I need to go do my thing, blah, blah, blah. It's just, you know, and which is cool, you know, that's the cool part. But just the extra guys that you're going to try to reach and sending other guys. I'm a boss, you know. Don't send no other guy to contact me about some shit that me and you got going on, dog. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, don't hit up my guys for nothing. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Extra guys and shit that don't got nothing to do with it. You know, they're like, man, what is this? Something, you know, I'm locked up. Motherfucker sitting, I'm like, who? They're showing me names and shit of motherfuckers. I don't even know who this is. So right there was a sign for me to say, you know what? Tell my guy to sign the release form. Send for your shit, bro. That way I won't have to deal with you no more. That's the way to handle that, y'all. That's the way to handle that. Because then what happens? You get a little bit more invested in it, right? It's more than just a yearly storage. You start busting down and trying to get the shit done. And this shit's very costly. I'm not saying it's more costly than we anticipated, but that shit's costly. You know, if you got a couple thousand to throw away for a breeding without the progesterone test, shit, if you just got that money just to throw around, shit, you know, maybe you don't need no money. So now I'm getting text messages and shit talking about, oh, I'm going on Talk Shit Tuesday or some shit to talk about the Mike podcast, and all of it. I got receipts. You're going on here if you don't have your straws by Tuesday, nigga. It's Wednesday, nigga. You ain't pumping no fear, nigga. We personally waited, nigga, till Wednesday, nigga, to send you your shit. Okay? We wanted you to go up there. You sent your guy Ween. That's what was so funny about it, though. Like, y'all, good luck. Good luck with that mic program, dog. Good luck. Keep it separate from mine, though. I don't want nothing to do with it, bro. And you got to do this. This is the responsible thing to do. Because you don't know what them guys is doing over there. You don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Them guys could have the best fucking dogs in the world. That's not worth more than my peace of mind, though. Knowing that I'm fucking with the right guys. I don't want to cross-pollinate with the wrong guys. So now you see this mic shit's popping. Now you see this magazine about to drop. Now you see all of this shit. Now motherfuckers want to creep back in and act like it's Team Mike, nigga. I reject your deposit, brother. Ain't shit popping, dog. Cuddy sold out. He got 5 litters in which I bet you y'all can't even grab 5 dogs from that right now. You ain't got 5. The most mic dogs you niggas got is probably 3. Maybe. Maybe, dog. So let's not act like this was some thought out thing and it wasn't. Nah, bruh. We can't do that. Because that kind of puts you in a position to where you feel that you built more than what you built, nigga. Cuddy did more tearing down than building this Mike brand. Other motherfuckers, they look at him. They don't look at you like that, but I'm telling you, if you associate yourself, Ween, we talk about this shit all the time, bro. And you can't act like, you didn't get up on here and you wasn't on the show talking about me, dog. About who owes and who do this and who pay, who, you know what I'm saying? Furthermore, when you put my business, I'm gonna tell you how I am. When you put my business out there, my personal shit out there to the public, nigga, you better look to the public for the answers, nigga. That's real. That's real. I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that, bro. So instead of just ignoring this shit because it was water under the bridge, I felt like I needed to shed some light, bro. Because there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of the, this beautiful animal right here. He don't deserve that. He don't deserve it at all. You know, some of the best American pit bull terriers in the world. So we're gonna sign them release forms. He can get his couple breedings. Two breedings got fucked up. All them animals, them 6, 7 different bitches and shit got transferred around. All of that, cost that went into this shit. That last breeding, I feel more than how should I say this? It's more than old, you know. And fam ain't hurting about no money, dog. Fam was like, man, I'll make a video right now. I'll go down to the vet and flush that shit down the toilet. Fam don't give a fuck about you trying to sue him. None of that shit. You know? And yeah, we could have sent it Monday. I could have sent that shit Friday. But once I heard you talking about lawsuits and all this really police shit, really, in my eyes, once you started doing that, I said, nigga, I'm gonna let that nigga go on going hard, nigga. Go on there. I want you to, nigga. The fuck you think this is? Cut the bullshit. Let me see what else. Anything else I need to address? I think I banged that one out the park though, bro. Honestly, because it's been a while since you really heard me really chop it up about one subject and not kind of be all over the place doing lives and trying to conduct shit. Like, I'm not trying to conduct nothing. I'm just telling you the story, dog. So when people talk about this team Mike and everybody's so on the bandwagon and shit, where was you niggas at then? When we was making these APBTs great, nigga. Where was you niggas at? When Cuddy was throwing them under the bus, where was you niggas at? When Cuddy told the Facebook nigga to lie and say it was his dog so that everybody could attack the dog and throw him under the bus and start all these rumors and shit. Same thing that happened with Damien. People talking about he's a cur, all this shit. When the internet gets your dog, man, it's the gift and the curse, bro. Fam didn't know the breeders to Mal Kent and Michael Myers and all. They didn't know that. They didn't know that, bro. So it was not deep like you're trying to make it seem, bro. I'm sorry. It's not. Mallory was 3 months old. Mallory's litter was 3 months old when I got Michael Myers. I had one. Little chocolate bitch. Big old head. She was nice. I never said nothing about the breedings that Cuddy did. I never did. But he tricked it all off. You don't remember. I don't know when, I met you when I got out. So that I ain't been knowing you a whole year yet. A lot of y'all, I ain't been knowing y'all a year. It's been 11 months. I've been out 11 months. So that's after being gone. I can't see no social media. And then I left the space, man. This shit got so corny. You got motherfuckers throwing niggas under the bus and shit. It was depressing, man. Just these spaces. It was depressing. But we're going to get back to the content. You know, ABBT radio, same shit, everything. Magazines coming soon, man. I'm actually uploading files now. I had to switch to the other computer and, you know, all of this stuff. I got, let me see, 56 minutes on the off the second upload. I got 2 more uploads. So we talk about magazine. We talking about magazine, baby. Team Mike. Don't try to attach now, bruh. And if you are attaching, show it. Show the good work. Show the ribbons. Where they at? If not, it ain't Team Mike. It's some other shit. It's Michael Myers, some other shit, right? That's cool. Michael Myers Academy. Or you know what I'm saying? Do something different. Team Mike is for the niggas that done kept it solid from day one. Ain't engaged in no illegal activities. None. That's why all these other camps and shit, you're going to notice. I'm going to stop shouting them out and everything because it's a conflict of interest and I don't know what everybody's into. I don't know what everybody's into, bruh. You got to cover your ass. Let me see. Yeah, we uploading, man. We got 54 minutes on this. We uploading. Team Mike, stand up. Buck City, reloaded. I'm out.